Oh, I didn't even... Yeah, everything's working. I was going to say, I didn't even check the levels. That seems fine. That seems fine. Welcome. Something a little different. This is a little mod that was being worked on. For the last game... Oh, I only unplugged my charger. For the last game. And then I slowly started to convert it for this game. And now here we are. This is it. It's not anywhere near done. But it is what it is. We'll figure it out. There's definitely like some popularity issues here and there. But how are we ever going to know what's happening if we don't play it? Some stuff need to be worked out. But I thought I could just kind of, if I just play as WWE in 2008, just go along with it. I'll probably pick up some issues here and there that can be fixed. So we'll go as we go. This might not blossom into a full series, but at least it'll help me work on this mod. Set to play as Vince McMahon. Yeah, that's fine. No, I'd like to keep all the unused characters. Yes. Perfect. So we have ECW, Raw and SmackDown. I'm unsure at what point... No. At what point ECW kind of loses its... or gets took off. So a lot of people are managers without any clients. I'm probably just going to stop them all being managers. I don't think this is like the world's worst thing that I need to untick it. Because a lot of these people did work as managers and have worked as managers. So we can certainly figure out. Lynn Garcia doesn't have a role. Maybe, I don't know, let's stick on play-by-play. That's something that needs fixing. But I mean, Lillian Garcia is someone that, at least in my head, needs to be in the mod. She's managed by Jillian Hall. Oh, Eminem have broken up at this point. Still have the hooligans though. I truly can't remember what is really going on in this save. But we'll figure it out. Eve Torres doesn't necessarily need to be a manager unless they are a manager. Maria. So she's managed by Santino. We could probably have her manage... He's a heel. She's a face. See, TEW doesn't really like count in for that like the face heel manager gimmick, like the Mark Mero and Sable, the Carlito and Maria. So in 3 days we have Raw. Let me just quickly check. So should we go through the state of the wrestling world? Is there like a state of the wrestling world thing? So in Ring of Honor, current champions, last person to win Survival of the Fittest was Chris Hero. World champion is Nigel McGuinness. And tag champions are Davey Richards and Rocky Romero. In Noah, hardcore is Kishin Kawabata. Misawa is heavyweight. Kanamura is the junior heavyweight. Shingo and Hulk are the tag team. Marufuji and Segura the tag team. And no one's won the Global Tag League. We go to Nuge. Best of the Super Juniors was won by Milano Collection AT. G1 by Tanahashi. G1 Tag Team was Tomko and Giant Bernard. Naka's World Champion. Wataru is Junior Heavyweight. Minoru and Devitt are Tag Team. Bernard and Tomko are IWGP Tag Team. New Japan Cup was won by Nagata. And then finally, let's check out... where's TNA? There it is. TNA, Gail came as the Knockouts Champion. Super X Cup was won by Samoa Joe. Kurt Angle's World Champion. AJ and Tomko, the TNA Tag Team. And X Division is Johnny Devine. That's kind of the biggies. I don't know too much about Mexico as it is. Oh, if we check our developmental, Florida Heavyweight is no one. I think it's FCW. I guess I haven't done it. Oh no, they have the Southern Heavyweight. Maybe these don't have anything yet. That's probably my fault. But all seems good. So will be the first one. The first one will be Raw 3rd of Feb 2008. Is it the 4th? Oh, in 3 days, that makes more sense. Raw 4th of Feb 2008. How does Blog of Doom look? It seems fine. How's the 411 Mania report? It seems fine. I don't know if I prefer the Blog of Doom one. Yeah, we'll do Blog of Doom. Sweet. I don't particularly think there's anything for us to do. The 2008 Royal Rumble's coming up. Should we check who the surprise entrants are in that? So WWE Royal Rumble 2008. I always liked the poster for this one because it was in the subway thing. Oh, in February? Oh, a post-Rumble. A post-Rumble. That's fine. Inner Circle. Locker Room Leaders. Holly, Jericho, Cena, Triple H, Undertaker. Head of Talent Relations, Laurinaitis. Morale Officer, Michael Hayes. Chief Enforcers, Hayes, Patterson, Anderson. Senior Referee, Charles Robinson. Head Women's Trainer, Regal. Head Men's Trainer, also Regal. Senior Road Agent, Arn Anderson. These can probably be changed. I feel like I set these at this game being new, and I've slowly started to figure it out more and more. On the booking team, Arn, Vince, Triple H, Pat, Bruce Pritchard. I don't really know if there's anyone else. Christopher DeJoseph was probably on the booking team. Let's just add him. Sweet. So creatively, our franchise players, Shawn, Hunter, Taker, Cena, Jericho. Next big things are Carlito, Miz and Jimmy Wang Yang. And hidden gems, D'Lo, Rob Conway, EC3, Human Tornado, Shane Bollard. I think we can just sim forward. What's our coverage like? WWE 2008 is different. How are you, Timu? How is life? How is everything? So these all seem achievable. The highest minimum quality I see is 68, which feels fine. Television, all over. Events, all over but Australia and India. Ankle's still giving you trouble. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's nice to have something creative that you can sink your teeth in. I don't know if I have any like pay-per-view providers that would be in. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just go forward. There's only so much we can really do at this point. Oh, that's good, man. How, if you were to give a rough percentage of how far through are you? Oh, what would you say? A third's very good, like. A third is quite a lot. I have material for maybe 3. That's good, man. It's a very impressive trait that it's something that you're able to do. Because I struggle so bad with burnout and just general anxiety of putting things out there that I wouldn't even know when to start. Love reading though. Love reading, not so much as a writer. Not so much of a writer, I guess. Let's see what's going on in the world. How did New Japan's show do? 67 feels fine, maybe a little low. Yeah, I feel like you don't need to... If you have enough for 3 books, one doesn't have to rush into everything straight away. Oh, Michelle McCool's a hot property. Do we have Michelle McCool? Yeah. Ah, young Paige. So that needs to be set to run the Super J Cup tournament. Do they have the Super J Cup? Edit. Events? Would it be on his title? Oh, it's owned by New Japan. Why have Osaka? I don't know enough of what's going on. Not too much. How's CMLL? 68. That also feels fair enough. See, that feels overly high, but Chono against Tanahashi is probably going to get very good rating. And I could see that match not doing very good rating, so a bit high, but feels fine. Roadkill wants to be called up, and so does... Who's Mike Cruel again? I guess just Mike Cruel. So who... 2008. We neither have Benoit nor Eddie. Yeah, Angle doesn't come back. At least we have the rise of CM Punk. Does he have like a title history? Is that something that's been given to him? So he's already been ECW champion. He held it literally until January. And who's on commentary? Events. Whoa, that shouldn't... Why is that like that? Events. Jay and Jerry Lawler. Raw. It's easy just to check. SmackDown. Michael Cole and Coachman. Taz and Joey Styles. Yeah, that feels fair. I feel like Taz and Lawler's play-by-play, and JBL. So Taz, Lawler and JBL's stuff could do with being a little higher. Skills. Play by play. I don't know. 50? Does that seem too high? 45? Jerry Lawler. Skills. If Taz is a 45, I'd think Jazz a 40. And then John Layfield. Skills. Colour 53 feels fine. Maybe like also a 40 on the play-by-play. I don't know if his play-by-play is any better than Taz or Jerry Lawler. And this is why we do this. 70 feels quite high. Maybe 65. Jerry Lawler, as much as you can like absolutely hate his commentary, he's probably one of the best colour. There you go. That seems a little better. Sweet, so we're on Raw now. Doesn't really seem like there's much more for us to do, so let's just get straight into it. Just start for the tri-state. Booking team meeting, not much to come of it. Locker room instance. Chris Hamrick has turned up. Sorry, there's no spots available. Jillian and Snitsky got into a row. Charles Robinson and Melina butted heads. John Cena has a creative finish. Regal ran drills for Maria and Ashley. He also ran drills for Cody, Harry Smith and Santino. He then had an over-the-top duel and karaoke with Shawn Michaels. Garcia and Beth got on well. John Laurinaitis did not want to get in with some team building. Neither did Melina. That feels like a solid and fair enough locker room incident, if you ask me. Now, let's get into Raw. Oh, this is when John Cena returned at the Rumble. I remember. So you have the WWE Raw opening. That's a hype pre-taped video, 1 minute. We'll try scripted and see who says anything. Ooh. Vince, I don't know. Jeff, Shane, Steph, whatever. Book. Oh, everyone's fine being scripted. That doesn't feel good. Cena and Orton sign their contract for WrestleMania, but Mark Henry, just so we know what to talk about, attacks Cena from behind. That is fine. So you basically have Mark Henry, I guess is this a storyline? Nice, look at me. See, one thing I do need to do is change these to either Raw or SmackDown. Because that's just kind of how I prefer it. So Mark Henry character development, John Cena cutting a promo with Randy. Then I don't know, should we have Roddy Piper as the host of the contract signing? 6 minutes should be fine. Scripted, yeah. So after the break, Mark Henry and Randy Orton deny planning anything tonight. Henry and Orton deny planning this. Violence is promised for later tonight. See, the reason I kind of wanted to get into this, who do we have as the interviewer? If we go roster, search. Probably try to go non-wrestler. So we have Vicky, Todd Grisham, Tony Chimmel. I guess we can just kind of use Lillian Garcia as the interviewer. Lillian Garcia is an interviewer. Mark Henry cutting a promo with Randy, with John off screen. Backstage interview, I don't know, 3 minutes. Yeah, the reason I wanted to do this is I was really wanting to book. I want to book Daniel Bryan, I want to book Wade Barrett. And I thought, I know there's a 2014 mod that could be converted, but to me that's a little too late because Bryan gets injured, and I know there's a 2013 one. But I just know that I put work into this, so it's like, can try and do it. So next up we have Kelly and Mickie James against Beth Phoenix and Victoria. So, do we not have Kelly? Search, reset search. Kelly's on SmackDown, she should be on Raw. Is everyone Kelly, Mickie James, Beth Phoenix, and Victoria. She's also on SmackDown. Let's very quickly, we'll book this match. Boop. Not a match. 2v2, Kelly and Mickie James against Beth Phoenix and Victoria. A guillotine works. A guillotine works a bit better for Mickie, but Beth powers her into the corner. Everything breaks down, and Mickie hits a tornado DDT to finish Victoria. Mickie wants the title. I don't know. 8 minutes. Mickie James with the loser being Victoria. So what I am going to do is go into the product. Angle dialogue, match should be scripted, boop and boop. Save. Why do these already have morale issues? The head of talent relations, that's fair. They don't like the head of talent relations. What do all these have issues with? None of them like the head of talent relations. To be fair, I understand. Let's remove him. Funaki's specifically irritated. Automatic sued. Ill-suited candidates. I mean, Jim Ross is probably the best head of talent relations. So we'll see to all this later. If we quickly go, yep, edit. Would it be under workers or contract? WWE. We get, I don't know. Kelly's Barbie Blank, isn't she? Contract. You should be on company brand 1. And then is Victoria Lisa Marie? Lisa Veron, my apologies. Contracts. Is she in WWE the full time? Yeah, contract began in 2003. I was like, has she been in, at this point, has she been in the full time? Or did she go to TNA, come back? Nice. And there's just a little angle of Mickey wants the title. So is that a storyline? Mickey James against Beth Phoenix, that's one storyline. And then McCool against Victoria, I guess that's another storyline. So either way, we can alter this to be Raw. I don't know why they're set up like that, but we'll come to figure it, if not. So Kelly, Mickey, Beth and Victoria. Nice. Just a little, I don't know, 2-minute angle. And then backstage. Do we have an angle for this? Maybe something with William Regal and Hornswoggle. Here it is. Alright. Old storyline. This is a Raw storyline, clearly. We also need to add William Regal to this. Perfect. Angle. Regal tells Hornswoggle to get ready to join Vince's special club. So basically, Hornswoggle has to kiss Vince's ass tonight. Finley's eventually going to save him. That starts with a feud. Nice. So here's Shawn Michaels with JR saying Triple H isn't here tonight due to a family emergency. Shawn talks about how close he got to winning the WWE title last year at WrestleMania, and he doesn't want second place. He is ready to go back this year, so everyone in the Elimination Chamber is on notice. Friend, family, and Umaga, whatever he is on notice too. Chris Jericho interrupts and says how much he respects Shawn and loves him, but says that he's going to win the Elimination Chamber. Jeff interrupts and says he's got a main event the WrestleMania for the first time. Now JBL interrupts to say he wants it, and that brought out Umaga. After staring down the good guys, Umaga turns to JBL and backs him into a corner, which brings out Snitsky. Shawn doesn't care for threats and mocks Snitsky's teeth before hitting him in the face. The brawl is on, and we'll probably have a 6-man later. That's fine. So is that everyone in the Elimination Chamber storyline? Umaga... Snitsky isn't in it, but Triple H is. Yeah, and then Randy Orton's just kind of here because... he's... Do we have the Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank. Edge, RVD, Mr. Kennedy. Can't believe we don't have Rob Van Dam. Obi returns again at some point. Is there a point where RVD returns? I hope it's before 2013. After leaving WWE in 2007, RVD worked independently until signing a contract with TNA in 2010. He returned to WWE where he worked for a year in 2013. That's a shame. Shawn says he will win the chamber, which brings out Y2J, JBL, Jeff, Umaga, and Snitsky. They brawl. Shawn says he'll win the chamber. Yeah, it's fine. Shawn cutting a promo, so does Chris Jericho. Can I change this to Jericho and it'll still fit? Nice. Jericho, John Layfield, Jeff Hardy, Snitsky. Umaga is kind of on intimidation. And William Regal books a 6-man tag. Whatever. 6 minutes, scripted. As long as everyone's alright with that, that's fine with me. We then get Mr. Kennedy against Super Crazy. Crazy uses the free leg to kick Kennedy in the head. That's broken up and Kennedy grabs an inverted figure 4 for the fast tap. So this is just a quick little, 5 minute angle. Post-match, Kennedy shows us a clip of MVP taking out Ric Flair's knee last week on SmackDown. Therefore, Kennedy has given Flair a final chance to come out here next week and forfeit the No Way Out match. So storyline, Flair against Kennedy. I guess this is a Raw one. Raw-wee. Kennedy says he will give Flair one last chance to forfeit their match at No Out. No! Wait. So, Mr. Kennedy cutting a promo. Ric Flair, who's also on SmackDown. I guess Ric Flair is kind of on both. If he was on SmackDown, he got took out. Who else is there? MVP. MVP, I guess, is on SmackDown, so that's fine. We'll just have Ric Flair off screen. Perfect. Mike Adamle hypes up the Raw Elimination Chamber. And then we have a video breaking down the Elimination Chamber match. So let's just kind of put, I don't know, we have Randy Orton. Randy Orton will be in it. Won't he? Why is there 7? Oh, what's it to determine? Rob, where the winner will see the WWE Championship. Oh! Who's the champion? Storyline. So if John Cena won the Rumble, I'm confused. Whatever. Video breaking down the Elimination Chamber match. So you have Jeff Hardy, Shawn, Triple H, Umaga, John Layfield, and Chris Jericho. Hype will do. Just 2 minutes. We then have Carlito and Santino against Paul London and Brian Kendrick. Maria is here with Carlito and Morella. So let's just add at ringside Maria. London chases Morella around the ring, leaving Carlito to hit a backstabber to finish Kendrick. Victor, Carlito. 9 minutes should do. Hornswoggle is preparing. Vince McMahon is preparing for Hornswoggle to join his special club. This involves a professional ass buffer, ass cream, and Mr. McMahon's ass in HD. Vince drops his pants and asks for a pardon of the tan lines. Hornswoggle goes to kiss it, but Vince demands that he kisses it. Cue Finlay to ask what is wrong with Vince, who threatens a firing. Actually, Finlay can kiss it instead, but Hornswoggle gives it a bite. That doesn't work for Vince, who makes himself versus Hornswoggle next week, a no DQ, and if Finlay interferes, he's fired. Finlay stops Hornswoggle joining Vince's Kiss My Ass Club, so he books himself first. Swoggle, no DQ. So we have Vince. I guess character. Hornswoggle. Finlay. 6 minutes should do, even though it absolutely shouldn't be 6 minutes. Then we have Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly against Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade. Hard Rhodes against Murdoch and Cade. Holly elbows Murdoch down to start it off. Cade runs Holly over right back. Cody comes in with a top rope axe handle, setting up a bulldog. Everything breaks down and Cody DDTs Murdoch for the win. Some of these pictures need better aligning as well. Post-match, Carlito and Santina come out to challenge for the belts. Yeah, that's fine. Alter storyline. Raw. And Angle. Carlito and Santino challenge Cody and Holly for the belts. Carlito, Santino, Cody, Hardcore, and let's just have Maria as well. Three minutes is fine. We then get a No Way Out rundown. Just a hype pre-tape video. 1 minute. Jericho, John Cena, Randy, Shawn, Triple H, Jeff, Flair, I guess. And who's here? Finlay, JBL, Umaga, Regal. And then in the main event, Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy and Chris Jericho against JBL, Snitsky and Umaga. That's a pretty much a banger of a main event. Chris Jericho, but that's like an unbeatable team. That's a team that's not going to lose. Against John Layfield, Snitsky, and Umaga. Snitsky 100% here to eat the pin. So if I just book, whatever, roster. Jeff Hardy, he just needs a new picture. Because he doesn't have the belt. Yeah, that one's fine. Does have the best of pictures. Oh, he's IC champion. And then Cody, I feel like your picture's just too far back. That one just might have to do. Umaga grabs a bear hug before hitting the Samoan drop for 2. Chris Jericho tries to fight out, but gets kicked in the back of the head to cut him right back down. An Enziguri gives Jericho a breather though, and Hot Tag brings in Jeff to clean house. Everything breaks down, and the twist of fate into the Swanton finishes Snitsky. It's a big... I actually kind of hate that Jeff Hardy picture now. JBL needs to be closer as well. Ugh. Pictures. Let's make this the storytelling match. Let me just That'll do. And then you know, honestly, I feel like I'm gonna hate that, but I think that's fine. Yeah, that's kind of fine. And then finally we end with an arm wrestling competition between John Cena and Mark Henry. Cena and Henry. Arm wrestling breaks down as Orton runs in. RKO is blocked through the table. Nice, that fits. So we just have John Cena, Mark Henry, and Randy Orton. Perfect. I mean, 11 more minutes isn't too bad. We're going to be 65% matches. We're 61. So is there anything missing? We exclude already booked. Jim Duggan. You know, I'm not against doing a... If we do a 3v3... No, we don't really have many stars, do we? Let's just do a 2v2. If we do Harry Smith and Bobby Lashley against the Highlanders... 11 minutes, that's fine, 9. To be fair, that's a banger of a tag team, like. Let's stick Smith over. Just put that like randomly here. And then let's stick Ashley over Jillian. And I'm happy with that. Nice, just on the pre-show. Anything else we need? Snitsky's being used too much, but that's fine. Yeah. Let's run this show, I think. So, in a bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Ashley defeated Jillian in 5:07 with a Starstruck. We get the Raw opening. That's too many people being Flavour of the Month. I think we can remove Randy Orton and Chris Jericho. Because Jeff Hardy always has a groundswell of public support. John Cena has just returned. Randy Orton. Some of these definitely probably need to look at, but Flavour of the Month. Same with Chris Jericho. Yeah. Boop. Boop. Let's continue. This is probably going to happen a lot at the start and slow down as it goes on. Cena and Orton sign their contract for WrestleMania, but Mark Henry attacks from behind. Henry and Orton deny planning this. Violence is promised for later tonight. I also don't know if Beth Phoenix needs a ground well of public support. Kelly and Mickie James defeat Beth Phoenix and Victoria, when Mickie James pinned Victoria with a Mickey DT. Mickie wants the title. Workers. Oh, it's Beth Phoenix's name. Is she just Beth Phoenix? Yeah. Attributes. That you can tell that I started to put these things in at the start, but I wasn't sure what they did. William Regal doesn't need one. Regal tells Hornswoggle to get ready to join Vince's special club. In a terrible match, D.H. Smith and Bobby Lashley defeat the Highlanders when D.H. Smith submitted Rory with a bulldog bite. Sean says he'll win the chamber, which brings out Jericho, then JBL, then Jeff, Umaga and Snitsky. Eventually, they brawl. So it's that. Regal and Umaga. Ugh. I'm so sorry, everyone. What's Celebrity Generation? Edit. We go to workers. He should be under William Regal. No? Stephen Regal? Attributes. Gradual support. Would ECMO Fatu. I was just about to ask what he'd be under. Attributes. Flavour of the month. I don't know if he was easily marketable. Load. Nice. Definitely going to be one for Paul London and Brian Kendrick. An extremely short match. Mark Henry defeated Super Crazy in 5:03 with the Green Bay Plunge. Kennedy says he'll give Flair one last chance to forfeit their match. No way out. Video breaking down the Elimination Chamber match. Oh, nice. There isn't one. In a decent match, Caribbean Cool defeated the Hooligans when Carlito pinned Paul London with an inverted neckbreaker. Finlay stops Hornswoggle joining Vince's Kiss My Ass Club, so Vince books himself against Hornswoggle in a no DQ match, and if Finlay interferes, he's fired. In a match had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Hard Rhodes defeated Murdoch and Cade when Cody pinned Lance with a bionic elbow. Carlito and Santino challenged Cody and Holly for the belts. Got a No Way Out rundown. And in about that good heat and decent wrestling from the crowd, Shawn, Jeff, and Jericho defeated JBL, Snitsky and Umaga when Jeff pinned Snitsky with a twist of fate. We end with Cena and Henry arm wrestling. As it breaks down as Orton runs in, but the RKO is blocked and they get an AA through the table. That's fine. I think this is absolutely fine. All looks good there. That seems about right. Pip, yeah. Again, happy with that. Boom. That felt realistic. Not too punishing. One could definitely have put on a better show if they didn't follow it in real life. But at the same time, it's not difficult. ECW, February 5th? Yeah. So is everything on? Yeah. So what is everyone's issues? Ashley, the new one or the old one? You're happy. Jim Ross. You're happy. Let's see if anyone else has any other issues. Stuff goes on. Because now the head of talent relations is JR and people like JR. Paul London and JBL. Nice. So what's going on here? Ugh. Lance Cade is a steroid user, we know that, we'll find him. Paul London is a soft drug user. Slap on the wrist. We know he's a hard drug user, fine him. We know he's a steroid user, fine him. So what's Maurice on? Why is she not on a... Why is she on a handshake? That probably needs to be edited. Michael Hayes similarly doesn't need to be on a handshake. Carlos Cabrera. again shouldn't be on a handshake. So if I edit, I personally don't mind because these aren't going to be written deals. Contracts, search, WWE. Nope. So who is it? It's Maurice, who, yeah, Maurice Oulet. Written per month, ironclad, yes. Expires in, I don't know, random. Same with Michael Hayes. Written month exclusive. That's maybe something I didn't do for Maurice. And who was the other one? Carlos Cabrera. Again, not that it really matters, but written exclusive per month, ironclad. Nice. I'm happy for these people to get hired. I don't think any of them are going to be written details. Edit. For graduate, my setting. Graduations. Oh, so no means no graduations of computer generated. It's fine. What's celebrity generate? If disabled, the game will not seek. Fine, I don't know what that is. So Anne thinks Mickey James is a good worker, and William Regal thinks Maria talks well. So our developmental. Oh, we have two. We have FCW and OVW. It's pretty solid future stars in here. Anyway, ECW on Sci-Fi. Let's go. We, once again, can be in the Tri-State. Locker room instance. Tony DeVito? Yeah, it's ECW. Jerry Sags? Yeah, if you want. Jimmy Wang Yang organised a video game tournament. William Regal ran some drills for McCool, Layla, Maurice and Eve Torres. He also ran drills for Kofi, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, The Miz, The Boogeyman, and Colin Delaney. So, Angle. I think just ECW opening. So it's a hype, pre-taped video in the ring, 1 minute. Yeah, ECW is basically SmackDown, let's be honest. So here is CM Punk to get things going. Punk talked about Chavo Guerrero's Fiesta last week, and we see a clip of Mariachi Punk hitting him with a guitar. Punk says he's invoking his rematch clause right now and wants Chavo here. But Chavo says Punk's gonna have to wait till No Way Out. Punk challenges Chavo, but he has to wait. Instead, he will get him in a Gulf of Mexico match. Gulf of Mexico match. So, storyline ECW, CM Punk Chavo. Let's have just Armando, he's the GM. Just there. Armando, Chavo, Chick Magnet Punk. 5 minutes, scripted. Jobs are good. We have Victoria and Layla against Michelle McCool and Kelly Kelly. Victoria again, not here. Layla against Michelle McCool and Kelly Kelly. So I guess, I don't know why. Victoria and Kelly Kelly, I guess they're just kind of jumping around the brands. Got a match, 2v2. Who was it? Victoria and Layla against Michelle and Kelly. Lena Yada is here with Victoria and Layla. She's at ringside. A shot in the corner slows Michelle down, and Victoria takes out her knee. That doesn't last long as Michelle gets over to Kelly, who high crossbodies Victoria down. There's a head scissors to make it worse, but everything breaks down. Lena grabs Kelly's leg so the Widow Peak can give Victoria the win. Outside interference finish by Lena Yada on Kelly, with the victor being Victoria. So, storyline. Yeah, let's add. So this is SmackDown / ECW. 7 minutes, that's fine. We look back at Shelton Benjamin walking out on a match with Kane last week. Recap of Shelton walking out on a match with Kane last week. And they'll get their rematch on SmackDown. We then get a WrestleMania hype video. I never know whether to put a capital on the Mania. It's a hype pre-tape video again, 1 minute. Let's just add the major boys. Nice. We have John Morrison against Tommy Dreamer, which I wouldn't be shocked if it. My heart kind of hurts. Which I wouldn't be shocked if we could still get that in, like, I don't know, TNA in this year. John Morrison against Tommy Dreamer. The chin lock goes on before something close to Miz's old Wizard of Oz gets to. Morrison misses a corkscrew moonsault though, and the comeback is on, including a flapjack to give Dreamer to. It's the reverse TDT to drop Morrison, but Delaney has cut off an invading Miz. That's enough distraction that Morrison can neckbreak a Dreamer for the pin. So at ringside is Colin Delaney, who's trying to be a good guy, and The Miz, who is a bad guy. The victor is John Morrison. 9 minutes should be fine. Oh, God, we do have Steve Richards. Sit down interview with Stevie Richards. Who says, despite injuries, he will be back next week. Do we have Joey Styles? Yeah. Interview, Stevie. Good. Okay. Just Joey Styles. Character development. 2 minutes, backstage. Yeah. We then get Kofi Kingston against Jamie Curtis. Who is Jamie Curtis? Oh, James Curtis, my apologies. Casey James, right. Borrow, James Curtis. They pick up the pace a bit with some chops and a jumping elbow, dropping Curtis. There's the double leg, and the spinning kick to the face gives Kofi the pin. I think there's a B show anyway, so basically I could have auto-booked it, but you know what it's like. We get another No Way Out rundown. Hi, pre-tape video. 1 minute. And then get Chavo against CM Punk in the Gulf of Mexico match, where the way you win is to throw your opponent into the Gulf of Mexico. They won't have that. So should we just do like a street fight? Chavo against CM Punk. We take a break and come back with Punk slamming him onto the hood of another car. A backdrop sends Chavo into the windshield, but he's right back with some kicks to the ribs. They go over to the water where they scare off some very confused fishermen. Chavo chucks the fisherman's cooler at Punk, but he can't manage to throw him into the Gulf. An attempt at a suplex into the Gulf is blocked, and Punk's GTS sends him into the water for the win. CM Punk, storytelling. Nice. And that's the end of the show. CM Punk's GTS sends Chavo into the Gulf of Mexico. Why am I really struggling to write this? CM and Chavo. Nice. So we need 19 more minutes, I don't know. Who do you have that's local that was in ECW? Let's negotiate the blue meanie, face. Yep. Who do we kind of have that's a heel? I think we could have Big Daddy V beat the blue meanie. That's fine, that can last. That could probably last how long? 19? This can last 10 minutes with Big Daddy V going over. I can just make this a wild brawl. Edit, in-game editor, workers. What's his name? Nelson Fraser. There he is. Skills. Stamina 35. Doesn't... 65. I know he doesn't have a lot of stamina, but... yeah, he can go 13 minutes. Edit. No. Edit. Workers. Old Nelson. Skills. 64, yeah. Because I think he's in like at least an elimination chamber, so. But I know he's not necessarily in that for very long. So if I put this here, we could probably have this match work the crowd for the Wild Brawl. Is this a B show? Yeah, it is. So I don't really need to be putting in this much effort. And is there anyone else from ECW that might just kind of be here? Mike Bushi, why not? Alright, CM Punk doesn't like him. Young Joey Janela. Danny Doring. Heel. make offer. Do you have anyone to face? They're both wrestling. Do you have anyone from developmental? Yoshitatsu. Love Yoshitatsu. Let's do Danny Doring against Yoshitatsu. How long do we need? 8 minutes. Let's stick the Tatman over. Perfect. What's the issue? Chavo's been used far too much. That's fine for me. It's a B-show anyway. Let's run it. For the ECW opening, neither Batista nor Edge are flavours of the month. And Edge and Vicky are an awkward pairing. I'll edit that chemistry at least for myself. Vicky Guerrero managing. I should say that's neutral. Who was it? Edge and Batista. Edit. I knew I went over the board with it. Adam Copeland. Attributes. Flavour of the month. Now is he under Dave Batista? I keep pressing D and it goes to Copeland. Yeah, there he is. Attributes. Flavour of the month. Load. Nice. There's probably going to be a few others, as I keep saying. Terrible wrestling and some crowd heat. Tatsu beat Doring in 5:52 by submission. CM Punk being both of these is fine. Punk challenges Chavo, but he has to wait. Instead, he will get him in a Gulf of Mexico match. In a bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Victoria and Layla defeated McCool and Kelly Kelly, when Victoria pinned Kelly Kelly with a widow's peak following interference from Lena Yada. Recap of Shelton walking out on Kane. In a bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Big Daddy V defeated Blue Meanie in 8:42 with a sex drive. We got a WrestleMania hype video. John Morrison is not a flavour of the month, but I'm willing to give him it. People like John Morrison. In a decent match, Morrison defeated Tommy Dreamer in 8:54 by pinfall with a standing step-up enziguri. Sit-down interview with Stevie Richards, who says despite injuries, he'll be back next week. Kofi also been flavour of the month. People like Kofi. Kofi defeated James Curtis in 5:45 by pinfall. We got a No Way Out rundown. In a bout which had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Punk defeated Chavo. Hold up. Hello? No, yeah, I'll unlock that for you now. Oh, I've just got to go collect a parcel, so 1 second. The postman came and delivered my Halo Master Chief collection on Xbox. Ugh. Perfect. If no one minds me quickly putting that in the Xbox so I can start installing. So I won this on eBay, and then the man emailed me and was like, I have it, but the box is like not in as good condition, but it looks perfectly fine. Oh no, the box is a smidge little bit battered, but like nowhere near as bad as I thought it could or would be. Nice, you have your shit. Well, there's my afternoon sorted, finishing Halo 1. I did start it on Xbox Game Pass, the Master Chief Collection. But then, you know what money's like, I had to cancel Xbox Game Pass, and I thought, instead of paying, this game itself is going to take me, I don't know, months and months to finish. Instead of paying, whatever it is, £15 every couple of months, I just bought it for £5. Why is it not registering the game? I swear there used to be a way to eject your disk drive from... There we go, now it's installed it. Perfect. Yeah, solid match this. Gone on really well. CM Punk's GTS sends Chavo into the Gulf of Mexico to end the show. Did they? Oh, I didn't even see. Oh, sorry, if I actually looked at the angles bit, I would have done it properly. Cena and Holly have apparently hung out a lot recently. Nice. So we have a... Let me move my keys. WWE SmackDown opening. Again, I just want to capitalise the D, and don't know why. I'll capitalise your D. Whoa, hey. Hype pre-taped video. 1 minute. Let me just get the SmackDown results. So is this to air? So SmackDown February 8th. What are you doing up here, little one, huh? Me causing a little bit of mischief. So, major... I can't see because my cat's in the way. Are they going to jump off there? Good girl. So we got the open sequence, and then Michelle McCool brings out Batista for a chat. Batista says his experience in the chamber is his strength because he knows what it's like. There's going to be a ton of monsters in the chamber. But here's MVP to interrupt. MVP says Batista has never been in the chamber with him, but Batista promises violence, especially for what MVP did to Ric Flair. Now it's Big Daddy V with Matt Striker to interrupt. Nice, here's match for Matt Striker. V feels differently about who's going to win the chamber. with Striker promising violence. Out comes the Great Khali. Then finally Finlay, who comes in to say he's here for a fight. Undertaker pops up and the good guys clear the ring. Batista says he knows the chamber brings violence. Out comes MVP v Khali, Finlay and Taker. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. To brawl. It's basically Raw. I think it said it was 8 minutes, so Batista. MVP. Oh, he's on a Montel. MVP. Big Daddy V. Great Khali. Finlay. And the Undertaker. We also need Finlay. Nice. Oh, Michelle McCool's there. Batista's cutting a promo, and so is MVP. And Michelle McCool is kind of on an interviewing role. Perfect. Then we got a WrestleMania hype package. It's a hype pre-taped video for 1 minute in the ring. And then we have Kane against Shelton, a rematch from ECW where Kane won by countout. Before the match, Shelton says there ain't no stopping him now. The chinlock doesn't last long as Kane is back up with some shots to the face. Top rope clothesline sends Benjamin outside where Kane gets posted. They head to the apron with Shelton going up top. Kane uppercuts him back to the mat. That doesn't beat the count and gives Shelton the win. So Shelton against Kane. I guess this is all like SD. Uh, 10 minutes should do. Shelton wins to keep Kane strong with a count-out victory. So I think we can move this here because we go straight into Chuck Palumbo against Jamie Noble. A dropkick knocks Palumbo off the apron again, but sends a diving Noble into the motorcycle. Back in and full throttle finishes Noble. We have a better Chuck Palumbo? I like Chuck Palumbo. We don't. Maybe we'll find one at some point. Anyway, Chuck Palumbo. Post-match, Palumbo destroys Noble even more. Palumbo continues to beat down Noble. Chuck Palumbo, Jamie Noble. 2 minutes should do. We then get Jesse and Festus against Juice and Domino, which I'm sure is one of the base Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble's one of the fucking best, man. I even think, what's his name? Chuck Palumbo's underrated. Speaking of not being underrated, all 4 men in this match, including Luke Gallows, fucking sucks. Yeah, Jamie Noble's ROH run is untouchable. A distraction brings Festus in so the chinlock can go on, only to be broken up just as quickly. The hot tag brings in Festus to clean house, and a pump kick into a splash knocks Domino silly. The Fisherman's Carry Flapjack gives Festus the win. Let's give it to Jesse Dalton just because I like Terry Gordy. Yeah, it's Jamie Noble's so underrated, man. Here is Edge for the cutting edge. He doesn't want to do it, but he shows us a clip of the Royal Rumble where Vicky Guerrero was taken out with a 619. Edge knows that next week is Valentine's Day, and Edge has a special question to ask you. That's next week though, but for now, Rey Mysterio needs to come out here and apologise. Rey tries to explain, but instead he gets slapped by Vicky. Edge tries to attack and Rey takes him out. With Rey and Vicky alone, Rey apologises to her. Yeah, it's... I only really remember 2008 from the SmackDown vs. Raw game. I think outside of buying the pay-per-views on DVD, I know very little of the week-to-week. I know that we have this whole... Yeah. I wouldn't mind a mod just before Benoit died, because... Oh, he was a good wrestler. But yeah, I know this from the video game and the DVDs. Oh yeah, 2009 is rough. Good intro by Papa Roach though. Edge demands Rey apologise for 619ing Vicky. He tries to, but Edge attacks only to be sent packing. So we need Edge, Vicky. So in the gimmick, yeah, the guest GM stuff is awful. This is when Edge and Vicky were kind of married. They had a little relationship thing going on. Edge, Vicky. Is it Theodore Long? Do we not have Teddy Long? Oh, he's under Theodore. Edge, Vicky, Teddy. Great. 6 minutes is fine. We then, once again, as we have with every other show, get a No Way Out rundown. Have I got caps lock on? Just a little hype, pre-taped video. I feel like WWE itself is kind of rough and samey and not great until 2011-ish. Well, there's obviously some highlights in between, but like 2011 to 12, kind of like the Brock return, Punk in the title, that's when things kind of pick up. We then get the Edgeheads against Jimmy Wang Yang and Shannon Moore. So, do we have Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder? Team. Oh yeah, the Edgeheads against Wang Yang and Shannon Moore. Always popped for Shannon Moore. The villains start taking turn on Yang's arm, but he gets a boot up in the corner to cut off a charging Hawkins. Shannon Moore comes in for a quick leg drop on Ryder, who is right back up with a reverse and diverted DDT for the win. Nice. 9 minutes should be fine. Oh, someone having a big stretch scratching up my door frame. We then, if we can move anything, basically no way out thing. We have Carly, MVP, and Big Daddy V against Batista, Finlay, and Undertaker. This is my level of booking, just being like, let's put 3 guys together. This show itself feels like it's not going to get us good ratings. Montel and Big Daddy V against Batista, Finlay, and The Undertaker. MVP's chin lock doesn't last long and he misses the running boot in the corner, allowing the tag off to Undertaker. Snake Eyes into the big boot gets 2 and everything breaks down. The parade of secondary finishers sets up the Undertaker's chokeslam to MVP as the match is thrown out. So what, make this 20? I don't think Big Daddy V's got the stamina. I think we could just have Undertaker winning over MVP. Oh, it does have the stamina, I guess, because it's storytelling, so it's a little slow build. Post-match, Undertaker, Finlay, and Batista stare each other down. I do think there's some gems in all this, like 5 minutes should do. Yeah, some gems in all this, like London and Kendrick are always gonna like be good. So what other matches can we put on? We have Rey Mysterio. Oh, the Undertaker. Oh, he is in the main event. Oh, I forgot we have Dave Taylor. Let's have a 2v2. I think we can have Rey Mysterio and CM Punk take on the A-listers. 12 minutes is kind of fine. Maybe 13. I thought John Morrison was wrestling. Oh, did John Morrison wrestle on the other one? Yeah. Let's have CM Punk win in a flash pinfall. I'm happy for that to open the show, to be honest. And then similarly, I think just a 1v1. Do we have any women's matches on this? No. I think another. Oh, we have a lot of tag teams. Let's have a triple threat of women. Eve Torres. I like Eve Torres a lot, to be fair. Eve Torres, who's working face, Layla, and Michelle. How long do we need to fill? 12 minutes. And I think we can give Eve Torres a flash pinfall. Everyone's fine. If we put this here, we can add, I don't know, The Undertaker talks backstage about being the real monster in the... I was going to put WWF in the WWE. So that's just The Undertaker cutting a promo on Big Daddy V, Batista, the Great Khali, and that's kind of like, yeah, MVP maybe. Backstage, 2 minutes, it's just to fill this gap. And then I don't know. I wouldn't mind sticking Dave Taylor over James Curtis on the pre-show. Perfect. Buzz book analysis say MVP's been used too much. Currently you're at 79 and so would not be penalised. A terrible pre-show match. Dave Taylor defeated James Curtis in 10:26 with a butterfly hold. We've got a WWE SmackDown opening. The Miz would not be a flavour of the month. In a bout which had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Ray and Punk defeated the A-listers. Hello, Han, Mr. Younger, how are you? When Punk pinned the Miz with a roll-up. Let me just... who was it? The Miz. Workers. What the Miz? I'm alright, thank you. I'm not too bad. Maybe on a Mike Mizane. Right, let's carry this on. Batista says he knows the chamber brings violence, and then out comes MVP, Big Daddy V, Carly, Finlay, and Taker. They end up brawling. In a good match, Shelton defeated Kane in 10:28 by countout. We have a WrestleMania hype package. In a bout which didn't have much heat in Turbo Wrestling, Eve Torres defeated Layla and McCool. I wasn't meant to put McCool, I'll just put someone else. In a triple threat match in 8:57 when Torres pinned McCool with a fast roll-up. Backstage, The Undertaker talks about being the real monster in the WWE. In a decent match, Noble should have a groundswell of public spot, I'm happy with that. Palumbo defeated Noble in 7:49 by pinfall. Palumbo continues to beat down Noble. In a bout which didn't have much heat in Terrible Wrestling, Jesse and Festus defeated Juice and Domino when Dalton pinned Domino with an aided diving shoulder block. Edge comes out with Vicky and Teddy Long and demands Ray apologise for accidentally 619ing Vicky at the Royal Rumble. Ray tries to apologise, only for Edge to attack him, but Ray manages to send Edge packing. In a bout which had a decent match, the Edgeheads defeated the Country Punks when Ryder pinned Jimmy Wang Yang with a Long Island Express. We have a No Way Out rundown, and finally in the main event, which I did think would do better to be fair. Batista, Finlay and The Undertaker defeated Carly, MVP and Big Daddy V when Taker pinned MVP with a chokeslam. The show ends with Taker, Finlay and Batista staring each other down. Yeah, I expected this one to kind of suck. Got a 1-4-3, lost pop pretty much everywhere. I don't think the broadcasters are going to be too happy, to be honest. I also think we can probably knock down SmackDown by half an hour. Rosie's claimed the FCW title. How did Impact do? Much better than us, but mainly like it's a very solid show, kind of what you'd expect, and then the main event, that, of course, that's going to bang. Black Raid start a new feud. ECW and Sci-Fi was decent. How was SmackDown? Show was good. Some found it underwhelming. How was FCW? Yeah, kind of what I'd expect from FCW. CW were unhappy, Global and the Score were unhappy. That's understandable as well. Incident with Rey Mysterio, steroid user. I'm gonna fine you. Chavel's also unhappy. I mean, less people seem to have morale issues about Jim Ross being the head of talent relations now. To be honest, I'd have morale issues if John Laurinaitis was my head of talent relations. Nice. There was something else I was going to do. I seem to have to... Oh, yeah. TV shows? So an hour and a half is fine. 2 hours... I don't think we need 2 hours for SmackDown as well. I'll knock that back. And just see if it really affects us too much. But let's sim forward. See what the world brings us. And then probably end it there for the day. So I think overall, at least doing this is kind. I'm happy to continue this, and it is kind of helping me work on the mod. I think there's definitely gonna be some bits that I could work on. Like there's gonna be stuff I don't see, like especially stuff in Mexico and Japan. I'm gonna be like, I don't really know what's going on. But the world itself seems relatively fair. SmackDown felt a bit harsh, but I kind of get it when you're having like the Great Khali and Big Daddy V in the same main event. Sign Tanahashi. I don't know if Tanahashi fits in 2008 WWE. Tanahashi is doing bits in Japan at the moment, to be fair. But I don't know how much he really wants to go one-on-one with Bobby Lashley. To be fair, 2008 feels like at the tail end of Bobby Lashley. How did Against All Odds do? I think that's fair, that looks solid. Like, the main event is, of course, it's going to do well. Tanahashi against Great. See whose knees buckle first. But the rest is kind of, like, bad enough of a show that 79 does feel good. How did Noah do? Noah again, fine. Danielson getting a 71 makes sense. Again, New Japan kind of doing bits, but of course they're going to when they have guys like this wrestling. I forgot ICW's going on at this point. There is going to be a whole lot of hirings. What's going on? Paul Burchill, Nick Neville. Oh, Paul Burchill. I'm so looking forward to having Paul Burchill. Yeah, Carly was pretty nimble in New Japan. Yeah, Stevie Richards returned. Carly was pretty nimble in it, but man just got worse over time, which isn't necessarily his fault. Like, his body's probably kind of wrecked from the giganticism. Is that what it's called? Well, I'm going to end it here. Sorry you only came in right now, Han. Got jobs to get on with. Cheers for hanging out. I will do more of this save at some point because it seems to have gone well. The mod itself, I feel like I've put something together that's fairly decent. and it at least works. So I'm happy with the bare minimum. Thanks! I don't know what skin it is. It's not the default, but I've had it since... is it this one? Fisker skin? You could probably find it on the Grey Dog forums. I think it was released really not long. Like, that looks awful. Really not long after the game came out, so it'll definitely still be... It might even be updated. But, yeah. Stay safe. Look after each other. Have a lovely day.